What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. A new archetype was revealed yesterday. They are up on Yugioh Pro Generaid. And I'm honest, when I first saw the archetype I was like, wow, this is like the worst archetype like ever created by Konami. And that was, you know, the first impression. But after some thinking, deck building, I was like, well, it's not that bad. There is somewhat like potential. This is the current deck. It's of course like all level 9 monsters. This new Generaid archetype. Their Exceed is not good. Going for Calamities is basically your to-go-to boss monster. Monstrosity, you know, that World Legacy-like card is broken in this deck. You can, like, it's a free search to search out their level 9s, right? The best one are both at 3 here in the main deck, being the Plant one. The Plant one is basically their Stratos from the deck. They all trigger when they are special summoned or when they're on the field with a quick effect. Some of them also have a quick effect, like special summon something from your hand, a Debris Dragon effect, the Stratos effect as I previously mentioned, a Thunder King effect when your opponent special summons something from the, like a special summon, Thunder King, right, negate a summon. They have the Fire one as that built-in protection effect, so they all have very solid effects, with True Kings as well, but the problem is get them to the field. The Plant one is the most easy, well, is the easiest with Lone Fire, of course, triggering its effect to search any raid, again, any of your new archetype again added to your hand. They have a Destiny Draw-alike card. Well, it's not really a Destiny Draw. You reveal another Generaid monster from your hand, put it to the bottom of your deck, and then search any 2 Generaid cards from your deck and then add them to your hand. So searching the field spell and the trap card. Their trap cards, one of them, I'm not running the other ones, they're just not that good. The one I'm running here at the 2 in the main deck is their Metaverse. Although there's a small difference, is that their Metaverse-alike field spell searcher gives your opponent a draw as soon as you activate it. So you activate the field spell from your deck and your opponent will draw 1 card. Why is that? Well, this archetype is based on as soon as your opponent like draws a card during their draw phase or adds something to their hand, you get the effects right, and that's where the field spell comes into play. Their field spell is their best card. It's really one of the best field spells ever created, since it's indeed ridiculous if you think about it. Once per turn, it's basically a hero lives for this archetype. Again, special summoning any, you know, level 9 monster from your deck, your one of these new rights, one of your Generaid monsters, and then you will get their effects right. And at the same moment, during that moment when you special summon something from your deck, you will get free tokens. So it's very similar to what is it called, that Ultimaya Bishbalkin right. Small downside is that the tokens will always be destroyed during your opponent's end phase as well. So they will be special summoned during your opponent's turn, and they will also be destroyed during your opponent's turn. But it's basically extra fodder, since you need those tokens to be tributed for their effects. The Ice one here is a Thunder King, so as soon as your opponent special summons something, you can tribute a Generaid monster on your side of the field, a token, right, and then that monster will be destroyed, so the summon will be negated, right. So yeah, the tokens will be destroyed, and then, you know, like, use other cards to get your Generaid monsters to the field. The Plant type, hopefully, to get that Stratos effect when it's summoned. And they have a couple of, well, it's more likely a control-based deck, somewhat of a slow deck, right, very grindy, but, well, the main goal here is just get Calamities on the field. That first turn Calamities is very important to hold off your opponent, and then you can start rebuilding your field. So this, I guess, is fine. The Plant one here could have also searched out the Quest. Quest is like the Destiny Draw-alike card. The Earth one here special summons something from your hand, so it's basically an extra summon like a Caster or Vega, Saturn Knight Vega. Gives you the extra special summon. Again, getting the Ice, aka the Water, on my side of the field, which is the Thunder King, right? So negate any summon. The tokens again are destroyed, but most importantly, keep your field spell alive, and during your own turn, go for Calamities. If your opponent negates a summon, that's all good. As long as your field spell survives, it will always trigger when your opponent like draws, let's say in the draw phase. Special summon the Zombie one, the Dark one. That's basically a Debris Dragon. It has a quick effect, so you can use it during your opponent's turn. Again, just tribute a token and then reborn something from your graveyard. Again, once per turn, continuous effect. So definitely one of the better ones, although just at 1 in the deck. I might bump this one up to 2, since it's quite crucial to the engine. And as you saw, Pot of Desires is in a deck, and that can be quite dangerous, since again you need your pieces, so I might replace it with Pot of Extravagance, and again adjust the card ratios a little bit, and then maybe some, like the zombie one, to make that one, put that one at 2 here in the deck. So the summon is negated by the water one, also have the plant one on my side of the field. It won't do anything, it will just get the effect when it's summoned, so it's basically a free level 9 beatstick on the field. The true Draco engine is of course with Diagram here in the deck to get a free level 9 on the field because of Monstrosity. This World Legacy card is ridiculous in a deck. It immediately gets your plant on the field, again nets you a search, and at the same time it's basically a 1-card Calamities, like what do you need more? So put your opponent under Calamities, basically extra protection for your field spell, and also have the trap set, their Metaverse. Again, if the opponent is able to get rid of the field spell with Cyclone, Twin Twister, or whatever, you can just chain their Metaverse, right? Small downside, your opponent will get the draw, but that could potentially trigger your field spells, as again your opponent drew like a card, added something from their deck to their hand, and that will trigger the field spell of Hero Lives for this archetype. So you could... well, it's debatable, maybe you could learn cards like Dark World Dealings, but it's not that great. You don't want to give your opponent free advantage, and that's what their new Exceed also does. Their new rank 9 Exceed gives your opponent like the extra draw. You can attach something, but it's not really optimal, right? And same for the other cards, like I believe it's there's also a Continuous Spell, the other traps. It's not really that great. It gives your opponent too many draws, too many options. A bit nifty, but they're just better cards to run in the deck. So the first turn Calamities, again, the tokens will get destroyed again during the end phase. The Ice one is on the field again. The Thunder King basically negate the summon, but again, I can just attack for a game, right? Calamities very strong against all of those heavy monster-oriented decks. Last example, the longest game. Going second right, using Ice Blossom to negate the Search. My hand is okay. Pot of Desires nets me 2 extra draws, and Diagram can net the extra search here with that Water Choking monster. Immediately get already a level 9 on the field. Well, opening the field spell and the trap, it's not that great. You'd rather want to use something like Quest, right, to get those searches, but this is fine as well. Not let your opponent know you have the potential Metaverse or like card set. So the opponent drawing during the draw phase special summons the Earth one. The Earth, again, a quick effect, continuous effect. Tribute something from your side of the field to special summon something from your hand. Because at this point I was only running the Water one at 2, the Thunder King at 2, so that's why I need to special summon that one from my hand, right? So negate the summon, or I already negated the summon, but the opponent again, many resources to go for another one. Strange place, I guess. So I just chain battle being the Metaverse for the archetype which gets Judgment. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So no field spell for me. It's fine though, since I think my 2 level 9s are going to survive. That's fine, because Monstrosity, this very delicious top deck, is going to force out Roar, so I can go for a rank 9 Exceed play. And now I'm pretty much back in a duel. Again, attack over his monsters, and again I can kind of hold them off here with True King of all Calamities, and I really need an extra monster here. Make use of Calamities effect, right, with that Water True King. So use, you know, the field spell, going for the, well, the Generate field spell, I guess, getting some extra summons, but I need that one extra turn, right, to potentially get Calamities effect of tributing my opponent's monster and something on my side of the field for free. Anyway, and this is where it's basically the turnaround of the game. The Call by the Grave on the Thunder King alike cards, you know, the zombie one, the dark one on the field, reborn something from the graveyards, and that Call by the Grave was a game changer. Again, Boral Sword was not able to attack, so my Thunder King alike card would have just survived, right, and then the game would have been a little bit different, but it's fine, I guess. The Desires, again, kind of wasted some resources here from my deck. The Fire one gives me some extra protection, like Mass against Mass Disruption, for example, or by battle. It's fine at 1, I think, maybe 2, because of the Fire attribute, but the deck, as you saw, is already counting like 41 or 42 cards, and this is basically game. Yeah, Calamities again, very important. Hold off your opponent, start a grind game, and Keep your field spell on the field. Okay, the deck is weak if your opponent gets rid of the field spell, but you're main decking multiple answers, multiple cards to use or activate the field spell directly from your deck and at the same time triggering its effect. So the archetype definitely has potential. I personally underestimated it, but it's not something highly top tier, but there is potential. So like always, feel free to leave suggestions. The Kaiju engine, extra level 9s, board wipes. This deck might need maybe some extra field spell searches, extravagance, maybe over desires, but those are definitely all options. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.